What's up, guys? Hunter here, Precision Retrofits, with another video here. On this one, we are going to be installing a rearview mirror camera setup. It's the first one we've done. It's Wolfbox is the brand. Our customer that we're doing this truck for wanted us to go ahead and knock it out for them while we got it. And so essentially has a camera that will go to the back of the cab, and then there's also a camera that is a dash cam as well within the camera. So anyways, I'm going to do an overview here for you. The headliner is already pulled down, you can see. I'm not going to do much of an explanation on that and how we did that, but pretty much just remove the pillars and stuff in here and on the sides here, and on the rear. I'm going to run a wire from this area up here where the camera is and tuck it in nicely. I'll probably attach most of it to the headliner here, zip tie it to the wiring harness, go all the way back to the third brake light opening. You can kind of see all the way back there, and then we'll be done with the headliner. We can put the headliner back up. We have a factory style bracket for the mirror here, and we're going to get into it. Okay, so this is the Wolfbox system here. It's the first one that we've installed, actually. So this is our first kit that we've done. Wolfbox didn't pay us to do this video, just thought some of you might appreciate it, especially like this customer, for example. If you're like him, you like what the GMCs have. The GMCs obviously have the digital rear view camera, so, and this guy likes that, but he bought a Ford instead, probably for a number of different reasons. But anyways, also apologize for the background noise if there is any. That's our paint booth back here. So anyways, back to this. He wanted to install this, have us install it while we got everything here and apart. So this is the camera itself. Again, this is the first one that we've installed, so it's kind of a learning process for us, or for me at least, on this. But camera itself, pretty good quality, to be quite honest with you. You got your different ports up there, your USB-C, that's your SD card there, and your GPS, and your AV plug if you need that. This is the camera itself. It has your wiring, everything you need to run it all the way back. I'll do this here. It has a little disconnect here. So this thing we're going to put in the back window, so it shines right out the back window there. This is your quick disconnect, and then it will run all the way to the front. This will plug into the camera. This is supposed to attach to the reverse light, so that when you kick it in reverse, it switches to the camera, is what I believe it's for. So this is our factory style factory style camera, rear view camera bracket. They give you this thing, and it can just attach to the camera or the factory mirror itself. But to be quite honest with you, it's a little bit cleaner if you just go with a full factory bracket. So we're gonna do that. And this is the power supply as well. I'm not going to use this because it's a little tacky in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a power wire that comes on with the key near the rear view camera and tap it into that, do a power and ground, so that anytime he kicks the key on, it kicks the camera on right away instead of having to mess with a cigarette lighter.
Okay, just know that Wolfbox does have a hardware kit on their website that is highly useful and we have used since we have filmed this video. So I would highly recommend getting this kit and using it for your install. It'll make it a lot more simple. Back to the video.
So, and then this is the GPS. We'll probably run this down the the passenger side A pillar, and then it just sticks right on the dash there for the GPS. This is the bracket for the camera itself. Attach it there. And let's see here. I think that's about it. They give you a little bit of clips for the routing the wire on the headliner or up in the headliner. But since we got it dropped all the way, I'm just going to go ahead and take this and zip tie it to what's already in there and already running towards the back of the cab. This one has the moonroof in it. So, yeah, it should be a fairly clean install as far as that goes. And then they give you a little pry tool, and then some rubber gaskets. So, anyways, that's the kit. Comes in a box. Like I said, the bracket is an add-on, but it's like 15 bucks. So just buy it. save yourself a little bit of the headache, and it's a lot cleaner install. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm going to route this wire, and then we'll probably put the headliner back up so that we get some more room in there. I'm gonna route this, zip tie, clean it up, just poke this out the back of the headliner right there near that rear view or the rear window, and we'll go from there. Okay, so as you can see, I kind of switched up um, how I was routing this wire. I was initially going to follow the headliner here, but then I got to the back, and it made a little more sense to actually follow some of the stuff that's on the roof and the cab of the truck versus the headliner. So it makes it a little bit cleaner, plus it sticks it up a little bit higher, and it can just drop right down there instead of having to be connected to the headliner. So be a little bit more simple. So I would suggest to do that instead. I'm still got to button these up. I'll run them up, up here a little bit, and then just drop it right down there where the mirror is. So we'll wrap this up, get the headliner put up, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so pretty much done here with the wiring. I did actually end up using a couple of these clips because there wasn't any holes to kind of throw a zip tie through, and they work kind of nicely. Plus, too, you can move them back and forth too if you need to, give a little bit of slack. So I left a little bit there. Once I plugged the camera in, push what I got left back up. But yeah, just kind of up and away out of the mounting points. Got some excess here that just zip tied up, and then ran it all the way back to the third brake light area over there. So I'm gonna go ahead now and finally push this headliner back up, and we'll be ready to kind of mount the third brake or the camera near the third brake light area back there.
Okay, so you can kind of see I got everything test fit here. Got the headliner up. This thing, I just put the bracket on the back. I didn't film that, but it's obviously fairly straightforward. It's just resting on there, and I just got those plugged in temporarily with power. I still need to go through and tap in to power. I'm gonna steal the power off this wire. And this is just for the Super Duty in specific. That black wire I'm gonna steal the power from. So if you're installing this on a Super Duty, might be helpful for you.
So yeah, you can see I got a test fit. Camera's just dangling back there. You can see it hanging. Trying to figure out the best way to mount that. I think I got a plan as far as where it's gonna go, but anyways, real test fit. And then this was a GPS too. I don't have it mounted yet because we're tinting the windshield, so I'm not gonna mount it until the windshield's done. But that's gonna sit pretty much right there in that corner, kind of hide a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna tap and solder those wires so that we get our power corrected, and then, like I said, actually, let me bring it back here. So yeah, back here in the back, you can kind of see where you're gonna mount this camera here. There's actually a plastic rail that I'm gonna try to mount it to. I wish they made this bracket a little bit bigger or wider, I guess, because I'm gonna try to have to figure out the best way to mount that without it being too much in the way. So, anyways, you can kind of see just off the camera there what we're dealing with. So it's going to kind of sit like that, but yeah, and then that wire will just kind of get tucked up there. And then since we have access to through the third brake light back here, it's gonna that's where I'll kind of wrap up and clean up all the wires back here. So I'm gonna mount this, and then this section of it will be done, and we'll move to the front and get all our wiring done up there. All right, so we had to switch up our plan a little bit as far as the power goes, just because this thing required enough power where we couldn't just tap into a wire or a fuse. So what we did is we figured out that our cable too was bad. I think it's kind of a weak power cable that they give you. So do yourself a favor, go spend 10 extra bucks, go to Walmart or wherever, get yourself a new USB-C cable and run that instead. A 10-foot one is what worked for us. But as you can see here, we kind of got everything wired up. All of our three cables coming out right there, the GPS, the camera, and the USB-C. That power USB-C cable is running in. It's going along this, come down the A-pillar right here. We have it running down into there. It comes around, goes behind the glove box, follows that line nicely, and then pokes right out there for the center console. So as you can see, we got it all working and wired up and set. So we're going to clean this up, clean up our wiring here a little bit, and then show you the final product. Okay, we got everything set up and installed. You can see here, we're outside, so it's a little bit harder to see, but everything's wired up, cleaned up. You can see we got our GPS over in the corner. We got everything set up here. So I'm just going to show you a couple of the functions on this while we're here, just so you can kind of see what we're working with. But yeah, we got the settings. I mean, you can move this thing up and down. The camera, that is. Got your date and time, which is incorrect at the moment. But yeah, all your settings. There's tons of different options in here to change. You can change the display. So if you want to switch to the front camera, you can. Or if you want to split screen, see what that looks like. You have a front and a rear camera. So it's a cool little setup. But hopefully that install kind of helps you a little bit and how everything sets up. I'll just show you again. The camera back there, just sitting back there. It's not too terribly noticeable, honestly. I think it's better than trying to put it outside on top of the cab, because then you run the risk of potentially water getting in through the third brake light in the cab, and you need a certain mount in order to make it look clean enough on the outside. So putting it back there is not the end of the world, in my opinion. So hopefully that install kind of helped you. If you want to add this to your Super Duty, this was what we did in specific. Maybe you want to add it to your car. It's pretty universal, so do what you want with it. But as far as the install itself goes, hopefully that's helpful. Just a few pointers and whatnot there. So it's a clean setup, and especially for the price, I think this thing's like 300 bucks. So for the camera, the mirror itself, and all that, if you really want that digital rear view mirror, I think it's a decent option to go with. So anyways, yeah, if you got any questions, maybe you want us to install one for you, reach out to us. It helps too if you can like and subscribe. Helps out our videos a bunch. So we appreciate you guys watching. We will continue to put out some more of this content, and until then, we'll see you next time.